Holy Mary, help my friend.
What would you do if you witnessed a child's innocent prayer spark a wave of hope and healing? This is the story of Thomas, a young boy whose simple request to the Virgin Mary for his new friend Emily set off a transformative journey for an entire community. But before we delve deeper, take a moment to tell us where you are watching from and what time is it where you are right now. It's always incredible to see how the blessings of the Virgin Mary travel across the world, reaching hearts at every hour. And if stories of childlike faith, miracles, and the loving intercession of the Virgin Mary inspire you, please subscribe to this channel. Each story is shared to remind us that even the smallest prayer can spark extraordinary change. Meet Thomas, a spirited 10-year-old with a heart as vast as the ocean. In his small, close-knit town, where everyone knew one another, Thomas was renowned for his deep connection to the Virgin Mary. Every Sunday, his family attended Mass at St. Anne's Church, a sacred space adorned with stained glass windows that painted Mary's life in vivid colors. Among these, Thomas's favorite was the depiction of Mary surrounded by children, her arms outstretched in a welcoming embrace. To Thomas, the Virgin Mary was more than just a figure in the church. She was a comforting presence in his life. His parents often found him whispering prayers in front of her statue in their backyard, a garden adorned with blooming flowers and the gentle flicker of a candle, a testament to their unwavering faith. One Sunday after Mass, Thomas noticed a new face in the congregation, a girl about his age in a wheelchair. Her name was Emily, with soft, curly hair and eyes that seemed to hold a world of stories. Despite the confines of her chair, Emily's spirit shone brightly, her smile a beacon to those around her. While his parents mingled with friends, Thomas felt an inexplicable pull towards Emily, approaching her with the straightforwardness only a child can possess. "Hi, I'm Thomas," he said warmly. Emily returned his gaze with a smile. "Hi, I'm Emily." In a matter of moments, they became fast friends, sharing stories about school, favorite books, and dreams. Emily spoke of her passion for painting and her dream of becoming an artist, revealing how a car accident had altered her path. Her story lingered with Thomas, igniting a desire to help that extended beyond mere friendship. As we journey alongside Thomas, we will uncover the profound impact of his prayer and the remarkable events that ensued, illustrating how a young boy's faith and the Virgin Mary's grace touched an entire community. Let us witness how the seeds of hope sown by Thomas's innocent prayer blossomed into a garden of miracles. As the evening sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, Thomas lay in bed, his heart heavy with the weight of Emily's story. Her dreams of becoming an artist, now hindered by the cruel twist of fate, stirred something deep within him. He stared at the ceiling, pondering the mysteries of life and the unseen forces that weave through it. A gentle breeze rustled the curtains, and in that moment, Thomas felt a comforting presence envelop him, like a gentle whisper urging him to act. He remembered his grandmother's words, spoken with the unwavering faith of a woman who spent countless hours in the church pews. "When you have nowhere else to turn, turn to the Blessed Mother. She listens and her heart is full of compassion." Inspired by her wisdom and the stories of miracles associated with the Virgin Mary, Thomas knew what he had to do. He clasped his hands together, closed his eyes, and prayed with the simplicity and sincerity only a child possesses. "Dear Mother Mary," he began, his voice barely a whisper in the stillness of the room, Please help Emily. She wants to paint again. Please make her better. He paused, a sense of serenity washing over him. I promise I'll do whatever I can to help her. The following morning, Thomas awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. As he walked to school the autumn, leaves crunching underfoot, he couldn't shake the feeling that his prayer was only the beginning. During recess, he approached a group of classmates, his heart thumping with both nervousness and determination. Hey guys, he said, his voice steady but earnest. I've been praying for Emily, the girl I met at the party. I think it would be really nice if we all prayed for her together. His friends exchanged glances, curiosity piqued by Thomas's conviction. One of them, a boy named Alex, nodded thoughtfully. I remember my mom saying that when people pray together, it's really powerful. Count me in. Encouraged by Alex's support, others soon agreed to join. That afternoon, under the shade of the old oak tree, at the edge of the playground, a circle formed. With heads bowed and hands linked, they prayed earnestly, their voices rising like a gentle hymn. The simplicity of their request was touching. Healing for Emily, strength for her family, and the hope that she might one day hold a paintbrush again. Word spread quickly through the school, and soon the prayer circle grew. Teachers noticed the change in their students, their faces reflecting a shared purpose and unity. Even those who didn't know Emily felt drawn to the cause, compelled by the sincerity and hope that radiated from the children's efforts. As the days turned into weeks, the movement took on a life of its own, spreading beyond the school's walls and into the heart of the community. Parents, moved by their children's initiative, began organizing evening prayer gatherings at the local parish. The church, usually quiet on weeknights, was now filled with the murmured prayers of families kneeling together, united in their plea for a miracle. Father Michael, the parish priest, was deeply touched by this unexpected outpouring of faith. During one of the gatherings, he addressed the congregation, his voice resonating with warmth and gratitude. My dear friends, he began, what we are witnessing here is nothing short of God's grace working through each of you. The Virgin Mary, our Mother in heaven, intercedes for us with boundless love. Let us continue to pray, not just for Emily, but for all who need healing and hope. The collective prayers seemed to weave a tapestry of grace around Emily and her family. Her parents, overwhelmed by the support, found solace in the kindness of strangers who had become friends. They felt the strength of the community's faith buoying them, turning despair into hope. One afternoon, as Thomas sat with Emily in her family's cozy living room, he noticed a new light in her eyes. She was sketching, her movements tentative but filled with determination. I'm trying to get back into it, she explained, her voice tinged with both vulnerability and courage. It's hard, but everyone's prayers make me feel like I can do this. Thomas beamed, a wave of warmth spreading through him. You're amazing, Emily. We all believe in you. As the weeks passed, the community continued to gather in prayer, their voices rising like incense to the heavens. The spirit of unity and faith transformed the town, knitting together people from all walks of life. Differences were set aside, replaced by a shared commitment to uplift Emily and her family. In this sacred dance of faith, Thomas learned a profound truth, that through prayer, the impossible becomes possible, and even the smallest act of faith can spark a cascade of miracles. The Virgin Mary, with her tender love, had indeed touched their lives, guiding them toward a deeper understanding of compassion and the power of communal prayer. As the first rays of dawn broke over the small town, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, Emily stirred. From her slumber, her room, once filled with the sterile scent of antiseptics and the quiet hum of medical equipment, now bore the gentle aroma of fresh flowers and the soft murmur of her siblings' laughter echoing. From the hallway, it was a symphony of life, a testament to the transformation that had taken root within their home and community. Emily's mother, Sarah, entered the room with a smile that could warm the coldest heart. "Good morning, sweetheart," she whispered, brushing a stray lock of hair from Emily's forehead. Emily responded with a smile of her own, a small gesture that spoke volumes of the hope that now coursed through her veins. As weeks turned into months, Emily's physical condition began to show signs of improvement, much to the amazement of her therapists and doctors. Each therapy session became a canvas where the colors of faith and determination mixed to create strokes of progress. Her physiotherapist, Mr. Anderson, marveled at Emily's growing strength. "I've never seen anything quite like this," he confided to Sarah during one of their sessions. "It's as if something beyond science is at work here." Sarah nodded, her heart swelling with gratitude. "We believe it's a combination of faith and the incredible work you all are doing," she replied, her voice filled with conviction. The room seemed to hold a sacred hush, as if acknowledging the divine presence that lingered in the air. The interplay between faith and medicine became a dance of hope and skepticism. In the medical community, whispers of Emily's remarkable recovery spread like wildfire. Some attributed it to advanced therapies, while others speculated about the power of prayer. Dr. Patel, Emily's neurologist, found himself caught in this delicate balance. He had always approached his practice with a scientific mindset, yet Emily's case challenged his understanding. During a routine checkup, he turned to Thomas, Emily's father, and said, "I've been a doctor for many years, and I've seen countless cases. But Emily's progress, it's extraordinary. How do you explain it?" Thomas, with a twinkle in his eye and unwavering faith in his heart, simply replied, "It's the power of prayer, doctor. It's the love of our community, the grace of God, and the hard work of people like you." Dr. Patel pondered these words, feeling a stirring within him that he couldn't quite define. The seeds of hope planted in Emily's life were now taking root in the hearts of those around her, challenging their beliefs and inviting them to consider the possibility of miracles. At home, the atmosphere was one of renewed optimism. Emily's siblings, once fearful of losing their sister, now celebrated each small victory with joy. Every step she took, every word she spoke, was met with cheers and laughter that filled the house with a symphony of hope. The family, united in faith, found strength in each other and in the community that had rallied around them. Outside, the town itself seemed to mirror this transformation. The church bells rang with a newfound clarity, calling the faithful to gather in prayer and thanksgiving. Father Matthew, the parish priest, often spoke of Emily during his sermons, using her story as an emblem of faith's power to heal and unite. In Emily's journey, we see the hands of God at work, reminding us that we are never alone. He would say, his voice resonating with sacred emotion. As the seasons changed, so did Emily. Her once fragile frame grew stronger, her laughter more vibrant. She embraced life with a joy that was infectious, inspiring those around her to look beyond their own struggles and find solace in their shared journey. The garden of grace, once sown with seeds of hope, was now blossoming into a vibrant tapestry of miracles. One afternoon, as Emily sat in the garden, her fingers gently brushing the petals of a blooming rose, she turned to her mother and said, "Mom, I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself." Sarah, tears of joy in her eyes, nodded. "You are my love. We all are. And it's through faith and love that we've come this far." In the quiet moments, when the world seemed to hold its breath, Emily often found herself reflecting on the Virgin Mary's tender guidance, the unseen hand that had touched their lives and led them toward healing. She whispered prayers of gratitude, her heart full of a peace that surpassed understanding. The true impact of their prayers, woven together with the tapestry of faith and medicine, will unfold in ways they could never have imagined. The community, bound by a shared story of redemption and hope, stands ready to embrace whatever lies ahead, knowing that in the sacred dance of faith, all things are possible. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the town, as Emily and her family gathered in their living room. They held hands, their hearts united in prayer, as they thanked God for the miracles that had touched their lives and the promise of more to come. With each whispered "Amen," their spirits soared, buoyed by the hope that had become their guiding light. And so, as the night embraced the town in its gentle embrace, the seeds of hope continued to grow, nurtured by faith, love, and the grace of God. Emily's journey was far from over, but with her family by her side and the community rallying around her, she knew that anything was possible. In the garden of grace, miracles were not just a distant dream but a living reality, forever changing the hearts of those who believed. The morning sun rose with a gentle radiance, its light spilling over the town like a benediction. Emily awoke to the soft rustling of leaves outside her window and the distant sound of church bells calling the community to gather. Today was special. She could feel it in the very air she breathed. The scent of freshly baked bread wafted through the house, mingling with the warmth of home and the promise of another day filled with hope. Her mother, Maria, was already in the kitchen, humming a hymn as she prepared breakfast. "Good morning, sweetheart," she greeted Emily, her eyes filled with a love that seemed to glow from within. "Are you ready for today?" Emily nodded, her heart swelling with gratitude. "I think so, Mom. I can't believe how far we've come." Maria placed a gentle hand on her daughter's shoulder. "It's the strength of our faith and the love of our community. We are never alone in this journey." By mid-morning, the park was alive with the joyful noise of children playing, families setting up picnic blankets, and friends reuniting with laughter and embraces. The vibrant colors of flowers danced in the breeze, and the sky above was a canvas of purest blue. It was as if the whole town had been painted with the brushstrokes of heaven itself. Father Thomas, the beloved parish priest, stood near the entrance, greeting everyone with a warm smile and a word of blessing. "Welcome, welcome. Today we celebrate not just one miracle, but the miracles that touch each of our lives every day." As Emily and her family arrived, a cheer went up from the gathered crowd. Neighbors and friends came forward, offering words of encouragement and love. Emily's heart swelled with gratitude. the overwhelming support filling her with strength she hadn't known she possessed. "Emily, you are an inspiration to us all," Father Thomas said, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Your courage and faith remind us of the power of hope and the beauty of God's grace." She smiled, a soft blush coloring her cheeks. "Thank you, Father. I couldn't have done it without everyone's prayers and support." Her father, John, helped her to a bench near the center of the park, where a small stage had been set up. As the townspeople settled around, the anticipation in the air was palpable. It was more than a gathering. It was a testament to the unity that had been forged through shared faith and love. As the festivities began, a choir of children took to the stage, their voices rising in a harmonious blend of praise and joy. Their song was a celebration of life itself, each note a reminder of the beauty that could be found in every moment. Emily watched, her heart filled with a peace that transcended words. This community had rallied around her, lifting her up in prayer and love. They had been her rock, her refuge in times of trial, and now they were here to witness a moment she had once thought impossible. When the choir finished, Father Thomas stepped forward again, his presence commanding yet gentle. "Today we celebrate the strength of community and the power of faith. Emily, your journey has been a beacon of hope for us all. Would you do us the honor of sharing a few words?" With a deep breath, Emily stood, her family beside her for support. The crowd watched, a collective breath held in anticipation. Her voice, though soft, carried the weight of sincerity and conviction. "I never imagined that I would be here today, standing before all of you," she began, her eyes meeting those of her friends and neighbors. "There were times when I felt lost, when the road seemed too long and the burden too heavy. But every step of the way you were there. Your prayers, your kindness, your unwavering belief in the possibility of miracles, it's what gave me strength." A gentle breeze stirred the leaves, as if nature itself was listening. "I am standing here today because of God's grace and the love that binds this community together. We are never alone, even in our darkest moments. When we come together, we are stronger, and anything is possible." The crowd erupted into applause, the sound echoing through the park like a chorus of angels. For a moment, time seemed to stand still, the world holding its breath in reverence and joy. As the applause died down, Emily felt a surge of determination. She looked to her family, her parents' eyes shining with pride and encouragement. With their help, she took a tentative step forward, her legs trembling with effort but her spirit unyielding. The crowd watched in awe as Emily took another step, and then another, each one a testament to the miracle of faith and community. Her steps were slow, but they were steady, and each one was met with cheers and tears of joy. Finally, she reached the end of the small stage, turning to face the people who had become her extended family. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice carried on the wind like a prayer. "Thank you for believing in me." The rest of the afternoon unfolded in a tapestry of joy and fellowship. Families shared meals, children played games, and the air was filled with the sound of music and laughter. It was a celebration not just of Emily's progress, but of the strength that came from unity and shared belief. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Emily sat with her family, her heart overflowing with gratitude. "I couldn't have done this without you," she said, her voice choked with emotion. Her father wrapped an arm around her shoulders. "We are so proud of you, Emily. You've shown us all what it means to have faith and to persevere." Maria nodded, tears glistening in her eyes. "This is just the beginning, my love. With God and this community by your side, there are no limits to what you can achieve." As the first stars appeared in the sky, the townspeople began to disperse, their hearts lightened by the day's celebration. Emily watched them go, feeling a deep sense of peace and hope for the future. Her journey was far from over, but with the unwavering support of her family and community, she knew that anything was possible. In the Garden of Grace where her story had taken root, miracles were not just dreams, but living realities, changing hearts and lives through the power of faith and love. And so, as night settled over the town, Emily and her family walked home, their spirits lifted by the promise of tomorrow and the enduring strength of the community that had united around them. Together they faced the future with hope, knowing that they were part of something greater than themselves, a testament to the power of unity, compassion, and the grace of God. As the morning sun cast its golden light upon the town, the air was filled with a sense of anticipation. Today was the day Emily had been waiting for, the day she would take her first steps in the park. The entire community had gathered, their hearts united in prayer and hope. It was a day of celebration, a testament to the faith that had sustained them all through the darkest of times. Emily stood at the edge of the park, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Her mother, Mary, stood beside her, her eyes filled with tears of joy and pride. "Are you ready, my love?" Mary asked softly, her voice trembling with emotion. Emily nodded, her eyes fixed on Thomas, who stood a few feet away, his arms outstretched, waiting to catch her. His presence was a beacon of strength and support, a reminder of the power of prayer and the grace of the Virgin Mary that had guided them to this moment. The community formed a circle around them, their faces alight with hope and expectation. Some held rosaries, their fingers moving silently in prayer, while others whispered words of encouragement and love. Among them was Father Michael, who had been a constant source of spiritual guidance for the family. He stood with his head bowed, his heart lifted in gratitude for the miracle that was about to unfold. Taking a deep breath, Emily took her first tentative step forward. Her legs, once weak and uncertain, now moved with a newfound strength. The grass beneath her feet felt cool and soft, grounding her in the present moment as if nature itself was embracing her journey. With each step, the circle of onlookers erupted into cheers and applause, their voices rising like a chorus of angels. Tears streamed down faces, and hands clapped in celebration of the miracle taking place before them. The air was thick with emotion, a sacred moment that would be etched into the hearts of all who witnessed it. As Emily moved closer to Thomas, she felt a surge of energy course through her body, a divine force, propelling her forward. It was as if the Virgin Mary herself was guiding her steps, each one a testament to the power of faith and love. Her heart swelled with gratitude for the countless prayers that had been offered on her behalf, each one a thread in the tapestry of grace that enveloped her. Finally, with a triumphant smile, Emily reached Thomas, who wrapped her in a warm embrace. The crowd erupted into jubilant cheers, their joy echoing through the park like a symphony of hope. It was a moment that transcended the ordinary, a glimpse into the divine that left an indelible mark on all who were present. Mary rushed forward, her arms encircling both Emily and Thomas, her tears of joy mingling with theirs. "Thank you, God," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "Thank you for this miracle, for showing us the power of your love." Father Michael stepped forward, his face radiant with joy. "This is a day of great blessing," he proclaimed, his voice carrying the weight of the sacred moment. "Let us give thanks to the Lord for his mercy and grace, for the miracle we have witnessed here today." The community joined in a spontaneous prayer, their voices united in praise and thanksgiving. It was a moment of profound spiritual connection, a reminder of the divine presence that dwelled among them. As the sun began its descent, casting a warm glow over the park, Emily and her family lingered, surrounded by the love and support of their community. The miracle of her first steps was a testament to the power of faith, a living embodiment of the grace that had carried them through their trials. In that moment, Emily knew that her journey was far from over, but she faced the future with renewed hope and strength. She was part of something greater than herself, a living testament to the miracle of faith and the enduring power of love. As the crowd slowly began to disperse, Father Michael approached Emily, his eyes filled with warmth and admiration. "You have inspired us all, Emily," he said, his voice gentle and sincere. "Your journey is a testament to the power of faith and the grace of God. May you continue to walk in his light, bringing hope and inspiration to those around you." Emily smiled, her heart full of gratitude. "Thank you, Father," she replied. "I couldn't have done this without the support of my family and community. This miracle is as much theirs as it is mine." As dusk settled over the town, Emily and her family made their way home, their spirits uplifted by the day's events. The miracle of her first steps was a new beginning, a promise of the possibilities that lay ahead. Together, they faced the future with hope and courage, knowing that they were part of something greater, a testament to the power of unity, compassion, and the grace of God. In the quiet of the evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Emily knelt by her bedside, her heart full of gratitude. "Thank you, Virgin Mary," she whispered, her voice filled with reverence. "Thank you for guiding me and for blessing me with the strength to take these steps. May I continue to walk in faith, bringing hope and love to all those I meet." With a heart full of peace, Emily drifted into a restful sleep, her dreams filled with visions of the future, a future bright with promise, where miracles were not just dreams but living realities, changing hearts and lives through the power of faith and love. And so, as the night unfolded, the townspeople carried with them the memory of the day's miracle, their hearts renewed by the grace they had witnessed. Together, they faced the promise of tomorrow, united in faith and love, knowing that through the power of God, anything was possible. As the first light of dawn caressed the sleepy town, Emily awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. The events of the previous day lingered in her mind, echoing like a gentle hymn. Her heart was imbued with a quiet strength, as if the Virgin Mary herself had woven a tapestry of grace around her soul. She rose from her bed, the room still bathed in the soft glow of morning light, and made her way to the window. The town, with its quaint houses and cobblestone streets, seemed to shimmer in the early light, a symbolic reminder of the divine presence that dwelled within their midst. Emily's artistic dreams felt more attainable than ever, infused with a spiritual vibrancy that could only come from her deepening faith. She knew that her journey was not just about the art she created, but about the message she conveyed through her work, a message of hope, love, and the enduring power of faith. As she prepared for the day, her thoughts turned to Thomas, her steadfast companion in this journey. Together they had witnessed the miraculous, and their friendship was a testament to the transformative power of divine love. Her morning routine was interwoven with prayer, each moment an offering of gratitude. "Dear Virgin Mary," she murmured, her voice a reverent whisper, "guide my hands and heart today as I work to bring beauty and hope to the world. Let my art be a reflection of your love, a beacon for those seeking solace and inspiration." Stepping outside, Emily was greeted by the crisp morning air and the gentle hum of awakening life. The townspeople were beginning to stir, their faces bright with the promise of a new day. As she walked towards the town square, she could feel the palpable sense of renewal that had swept through the community. The miracle they had witnessed was not just a fleeting moment but a catalyst for enduring change. Emily found Thomas waiting by the fountain, his face as warm and inviting as the morning sun. "Emily," he called out, a smile spreading across his face. "Today seems different, doesn't it? Like the whole town has been touched by something beyond our understanding." She nodded, her heart swelling with agreement. "Yes, Thomas. It's as if the Virgin Mary's presence has truly transformed us all. I feel it in the air, in the way people greet each other with more kindness, more patience. It's beautiful." Thomas chuckled softly. "And it's not just the town that's changed. I've seen a new light in you too, Emily. Your art, your spirit, it's as if you've found a new depth, a new way to express the divine." Emily blushed, touched by his words. "Thank you, Thomas. Your friendship has been a blessing on this journey. Together we've seen the extraordinary, and I believe there's so much more ahead for us to discover and share." As they strolled through the town, they encountered people whose lives had been deeply touched by the miracle. Mrs. Harding, the elderly widow who lived at the edge of town, waved them over. Her eyes, once clouded with sorrow, now sparkled with newfound joy. "Emily, Thomas," she greeted them warmly, "I just wanted to thank you both. Yesterday's miracle, it's given me hope. I feel like I have a purpose again, like there's still so much to live for." Emily took her hands, squeezing them gently. "It's the Virgin Mary's grace, Mrs. Harding. Her love is a light in the darkness, guiding us all." Nearby, children played with a joyful abandon, their laughter a testament to the innocence and hope that had been rekindled in the town. Emily watched them, her heart full. She knew that her art would be a legacy not just for her, but for generations to come, a reminder of the miracles that were possible when hearts were open to the divine. Returning to her studio, Emily set to work, her mind alive with inspiration. Each brushstroke was a prayer, each color a reflection of the light that now infused her soul. Her canvas came alive with vibrant hues, depicting scenes of hope and redemption, a testament to the Virgin Mary's enduring presence in her life. As the day unfolded, Emily and Thomas continued to witness the profound impact of the miracle on their community. They saw families reconciled, old grievances forgotten, and a renewed sense of unity blossoming among the townspeople. The church, once just a place of Sunday worship, became a daily refuge for those seeking solace and guidance. Father Michael, the town's priest, gathered the community in the evening for a special service, a chance to reflect on the miracles they had witnessed and to give thanks for the blessings that had poured forth. The church was filled to capacity, the atmosphere charged with a sacred energy that seemed to uplift every heart. Emily sat beside Thomas, her heart overflowing with gratitude. As Father Michael spoke of faith and the Virgin Mary's intercession, she felt tears of joy welling in her eyes. "Let us remember," he intoned, his voice resonant with conviction, "that the miracles we have seen are not just moments in time, but a reflection of God's eternal love for us. May we carry this love in our hearts, sharing it with all we meet, becoming vessels of grace and compassion." The congregation responded with a resounding amen, their voices united in a chorus of faith. As the service drew to a close, Emily felt a profound sense of peace wash over her. She knew that her journey was far from over, but with the Virgin Mary's guidance, she was ready to face whatever lay ahead. As she and Thomas walked home under the canopy of stars, Emily reflected on the enduring faith that had become the cornerstone of her life. "Thomas," she said softly, "I believe that as long as we keep our hearts open to the divine, miracles will continue to unfold around us. The Virgin Mary's blessings are a testament to the power of faith, and with that, anything is possible." Thomas nodded, his face serene with understanding. "You're right, Emily. And with friends like you by my side, I know that we can face any challenge, bring light to any darkness. Together, let's continue to walk this path of faith, sharing the miracles we've witnessed and the love we've found." With hearts united in purpose, Emily and Thomas walked on, their spirits buoyed by the knowledge that they were part of something greater, a tapestry of faith and love woven by the divine. And as they journeyed into the future, they carried with them the promise of miracles yet to come, a beacon of hope for all who would follow. Before you go, share with us in the comments, where are you watching from and what time is it where you are right now? It's always inspiring to see how a single prayer and a simple story can reach hearts across the world at every hour. If Thomas's innocent faith and the Virgin Mary's loving intercession touched your heart, please subscribe to this channel. Each story is shared to remind us that no prayer is ever too small to move heaven. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next story of hope, healing, and divine grace. Thank you for watching. May the Virgin Mary watch over you and your loved ones, now and always.